We have 3 games in which top 10 teams in Orange County will be playing each other with league championships at stake in the Empire, South Coast, and Trinity Leagues. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com. It's time to talk about what's going on this week in football. Take a look at the 3 big games. Steve Fryer here with Dan Albano. Carlos Arias called in sick. It happens to be 90 degrees outside, Dan, and 6-foot-high waves at Trestles, which is near Carlos's house. So go get him, Carlos. Okay, so let's take a look first at the Empire League game, Dan. This is Cypress against Tustin. Both tied for first place right now in the Empire League. That looks like a great game. You know, Cypress is one of the few undefeated overall teams in the county. Tustin's got that running game. Cypress, you know, you look at the leaderboards, they don't have anybody in the top rushers, passes, or anything like that, but they just keep winning. You know, myself, the way I look at it is Tustin's playing really well right now. As usual, they play great toward the end of the season. Yeah. You know, they always have fumble problems, stuff like that. September, all that's put away. Yeah. Tyler Sadzinski is running the ball like crazy, second leading rusher in the county. I look for Tustin to once again win, and by controlling the clock and keep that running game going.
Yeah, well, Cypress is undefeated too. Yeah, I mean they're undefeated. Tustin's gone lost. Yeah. To Upland.
Right.
You know, I like Cypress a lot. I like the Empire League. I mean, these are two, what a great thing for the Empire League to have 2 teams ranked in the county top 10 as this matchup is. But, you know, I think a key injury in this game is going to be Jordan Pounds is reportedly not going to play for Cypress. Yeah. He's a very good linebacker that kind of anchors that Cypress defense, and gives them a power dimension to the running game. Rivera is a very good running back for Cypress. So, but I think, you know, the size advantage, the power is going to, advantage goes to the Tillers. That's why I'll pick the Tustin to win. And they're just going to be, I think they'll be a little bit too physical, too big, and not having Pounds is going to be too much for Cypress.
You know, this is the next to last week of the regular season, and, you know, in some of these leagues, there's some odd number of teams and that sort of thing. You know, 7-team leagues like the Empire and some 5s and things like that, like the CV and the South Coast. Tustin has the bye week next week.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, going to the playoffs. So I've been interested to see if they come out rusty or whatever for the playoffs. So going now to the South Coast League, Dan, Viejo against Tesoro, they're in first place. Tie, you know, going for that one there in the South Coast League. Yeah. You know, Tesoro, even though a young team, been one of the more surprising teams. They've done quite well. You know, big Santa Margarita. Yep. You know, the roll through league so far so good. But Viejo, man, I don't see anybody stopping the Diablos. You know, offensively fantastic, defensively great, and you know, in the last couple of weeks, you know, not so good in the first half, but just blow teams away in the second half. I again look for Viejo to take this one.
You know, I think so. Viejo is a pick. I got him ranked #1 in the county. I've been ranking the Diablos there last couple of weeks. Yes. Seen them 3 times, just been impressed each time. You know, Toro got a much-needed victory, but it wasn't. It was a victory, but it was the way they played against Dana Hills, because they had that scare where they really had to rally in their league opener against Tribuco. Yeah. And I even, you know, at that point, in my rankings, I moved down Coach Brian Barnes' team because of that Tribuco Hills, but they bounced back so well against Dana, and I think Mission's going to get the victory. Tesoro usually plays really tough at home, but I really like that power running game right now with Dallas Keston. He has run so hard last week against San Clemente. This guy's just flying out the ball. They were running right at San Clemente. San Clemente's a good team. For Kessman to run for 234 on 27 carries against the #5 team in the county, and he threw a touchdown pass. I mean, that's not easy stuff to do. And I think the Diablos are really playing well. Yeah.
Now on to the Trinity League game. This is Santa Margarita against Servite down at Saddleback College. You know, Servite's coming off the big emotional victory over Mater Dei. This is, you know, maybe one of those games where, you know, getting them ready to play and all that stuff. And Margarita's going to be fired up to play Servite. Santa Margarita, we don't know about Adam Young. You know, the quarterback's kind of been banged up a little bit. Had to come out of that game last week. But Johnny Stanton, the guy who fills in, they don't miss a thing, you know, when he's in there. So Margarita looks really good, really strong, you know, having a great season. But I still think Servite defense going the way it is and playing as confident as they are. I still think Servite's going to win this one.
Yeah, I've been racking my brain, Steve, with this game the last couple days. I mean, can Santa Margarita win this game?
Sure.
I mean, and you know, Cal Preps, another website, has picked this game 27-26 or something like that. They're not bad on their predictions, but you know, and Stanton's been getting a lot of work because he also played against Jay Serra as well. So, you know, I think Servite's going to win. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I think it's interesting, you know, got the coaching matchup is pretty intriguing. 2 former Crespi guys. Sure. It's kind of the it's kind of the master against the young master, with
Right.
young master Coach Thomas, the older master Coach Welsh, and it's hard to pick against the Santa Margarita Eagles right now.
Right.
And they got these 2 big games this week and next week against Mater Dei. I think they can beat Mater Dei, but I don't know if they can beat Servite. I think the Malik Felton impact, the emergence of this running back, senior running back who's just running so hungry. He brings this dynamic, this speed element to Servite, which they have plenty of speed on defense, Steve.
Right.
I mean, they got the speed. They're super athletic on defense, and but when you got with Felton bringing that dimension, he has something I don't think Santa Margarita can counter too much. Sweet is a speed guy. They got some good athletes on that offense,
like that.
On Santa Margarita, but at the running back position, I mean, I think that just stabilizes Servite. That's always been my only concern, really, is what with the offense with Servite.
Yeah. Did you see Felton do that run?
Oh, unbelievable!
Did you see that zigzag run? Just like
run.
Carlos is on the waves right now as we're here at work, doing the very same thing. So that's our look at this week's games. We got some big ones coming up. Again, we just talked about 3 league championship games going on, but there's so many games out there this week that have playoff implications and all sorts of stuff going on because it's the next to last week of the regular season. So you keep track of all these great games that are coming up this week and next week, and then when the playoffs get started, with all the blog information, videos, everything else we do here at OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.